just a real special day, obviously, for our program. So proud of Teaira being the SEC Player of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year. Anriel being on the first team as well, and Jazz being on the all-defensive team. Just, you know, to accomplish what we've accomplished this year, you got to have great players, you got to have great staff and we all have to work together. And we're certainly blessed to have that here at Mississippi State. And these kids have done a tremendous job this year, and well deserved for them. Really proud of them and happy for them. But we got a lot of work on unfinished business still. I don't think we're satisfied at all. I think there's a lot of goals out there still for us, and some things that we've never accomplished before that are still in front of us. And so, you know, we're gonna get back at it today and go back to work. But we're gonna give God the glory for 27-2, and get ready to go to Greenville this weekend and see if we can't do something there that we've never done before. So, just really, again, just really proud of where we are today, and looking forward to what's in store for us in the future.
I'll start with Robbie.
Hey Vic, going back to that South Carolina game, in that first half, you had some players getting in foul trouble, and South Carolina was getting to the rim, making some shots too. And the last game you played, you switched to zone for a little bit and got off the press. You come out after halftime and you're pressing full court and you stay in man-to-man, and it was really effective. What did you see from that first half that made you stick with that decision and really kind of stick with your guns with that press and the man-to-man?
I just think that, you know, we just weren't ourselves. I thought we let them be the aggressor the first half. I thought their guards were more aggressive than our guards. I thought we were losing the game at the guard position. And, you know, we talked about it at halftime, and I challenged my guards. And I just felt like, you know, I needed to maybe see if we couldn't get it going a little bit. So we jumped in the press, I think, after some free throws, and I don't know that we got a steal, but it just kind of got us going a little bit and kind of maybe caught them a little bit. And I thought our defense, obviously in the third quarter, 22% field goal percentage defense, 33% in the fourth, was really good. You know, we didn't open in the press, and maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, but for somebody like Jazz, who had to go 40 minutes, she's probably glad we didn't open in the press and do it for 40 minutes. Not that she can't do it; she's done it her whole life that way. But I think that with our short bench that we played the other night, that may have been a factor down the stretch, because we probably were a little fresher than normal. But we only forced 8 turnovers the whole game. That's very uncharacteristic for us, but you got to give South Carolina's guards credit. They're really good, and they got 4 of them in there all the time. So it's just something, it was a gut feeling. We played a little zone in the first half, but just didn't feel like that's what we need to do the second half. Our biggest adjustment was just trying to keep them from getting to the rim. If we could stop them from getting to the rim, I think we were good.
For Jazz and T, just as close as y'all have come in the SEC tournament the last 3 years, what's the motivation level like for y'all going into this tournament?
Not being satisfied, I would say. You know, a lot of teams would probably be satisfied, you know, winning the conference, being an SEC chance, but I mean, we're not satisfied. So we're just trying to get that extra game and keep going forward.
Anything to add, Jazz? Come back to Robbie.
T, knowing that you went into a hostile environment in South Carolina and performed like y'all did in the second half and ended up winning that ball game, how much confidence does that give you going to the SEC tournament to accomplish something that y'all haven't been able to accomplish yet?
It gives me a lot of confidence, I guess. Yeah. I don't know how to answer.
Well, we certainly haven't been in that environment very often this year. Our fans travel. We had a lot of fans there at the game. We were really outnumbered, you know, quite a bit. But I think what she's trying to say is it's certainly a confidence builder to be in that environment, to be down 10, to come back, down 7 at half, and then play in the second half and play like we did. I think that gives anybody, that gives you experience and confidence to know you can do it. We'll travel well to Greenville. You know, of fans there. It's become an event for our fan base and a vacation, and so the pressure's on. I feel the pressure. I remember what it felt like in Little Rock 4 years ago when we got upset in that first round, and on that Friday night we finally had gotten a bye. It was our first bye in our tenure here, and I think we blew a 15 or 17 point lead in the second half. Tori had her thumbnail ripped off of her shooting hand, and we couldn't score, and ended up getting beat. And so I felt terrible that night. Our fans were all there. We were, it's close by, and so. I don't ever want to disappoint our fan base. I think they're going and they want to be there a while, and I want them to be there a while. So we're going to do everything we can to do that. But this tournament's really going to be, to me, it's one of the more balanced and wide open tournaments that we've had, and we've got to be ready on Friday.
Jess, you mentioned the 40 minutes played against South Carolina, the grind that must take in the full court press. You've done that before. What is that mental grind to do that for 40 minutes, and how do you prepare yourself for that now 29, 30 games into a season?
Just for me, I know the team goes as I go. So when I'm up and doing things good, then the team will be able to do things good. So I just got to keep being that energizer person for our team and keep that going for the rest of the season.
Teaira, what does it mean for you to get SEC Player of the Year? Probably something hadn't been done in Mississippi State probably since you were in kindergarten.
It means a lot, I'm very honored that they picked me Player of the Year, but I've worked hard all year. Thanks to my teammates giving me, the ball, y'all shared it. So, thanks to them. And my coaches too.
David Logan.
Vic, how difficult is it to scout an opponent that you really not sure who it's going to be yet?
Yeah, it's you got to get ready for two teams, and we're on that. We have been on it for a couple days now, and we just finished playing LSU. It's been a couple weeks, since we played Tennessee. Both of them are so well coached and have so many great players. So it's hard to believe that in the Southeastern Conference, our first round matchup could be LSU and Tennessee. Those are two tremendous, storied, rich in tradition programs, and I just, for us, we've got to be ready. It's both those teams. We've had knockdown dragouts with both of them. Our Tennessee game here was so close until really late in the ball game, and we've played LSU twice, and so just we know that we've got our work cut out for us and got to be ready to play the early game on Friday. That's always can be a little bit of a challenge too. It's 12 Eastern, that's 11 our time. So we've got to be ready, but we have so much respect for both those programs. I have so much respect for Holly and Nikki and their staffs, and so we've got to kind of try to put together a couple of practices here, getting ready for really two really good teams.
Danny.
Anriel, can you talk about being first team all SEC and coming from another school to here and do that in your opportunity here?
It's been amazing. I'm glad that my coaches and my teammates have helped me get to where I am today. I appreciate coming to this program because they've helped me become a better athlete and help my game just improve overall. So I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, I'm honored that they selected me, so thank you guys.
Anything else? No. Let's stay with Danny.
And Jess, can you talk about the honor that you got?
I was a little surprised, but I'm grateful for being selected to be on the all-defensive team. I pride myself on defense, so I'm just glad I got the opportunity to be on the list.
She averaged over 2 steals a game all year long, and over 2 steals in the Southeastern Conference. And to do that, running a team, averaging over 5 assists a game, and only 1 turnover a game. I mean, that's what I've always said about T. She plays both ends of the floor. I mean, she's not just an offensive player. She plays and impacts the game on both ends. Unlike any player, I think, in the country, Jazz has done that at her position. She's, you know, run a team, been responsible for a team, been responsible for 4 new starters, 2 new players in our program. And yet on that end, she's been, you know, she's somebody that I've leaned heavily on defensively. And again, her energy on the ball impacts our team defensively. If she's soft, the rest of us are soft. If she's aggressive and tough on the ball, then the rest of us behind her get pretty excited about playing behind her. And that's the impact that you know your guards can have. And her and Jordan both, you know, talk about a kid that's had a great year in Jordan. I mean, that kid's really impacted our season as well. 13 points a game and shooting almost 50%. And she's done a great job for us as well. 58 assists, you know, almost 4 assists a game in conference, and averaging actually 14 points a game in conference. So, you know, another kid that's probably deserving of being on a team. And you know, sometimes kind of like Roe last year. You know, Rashonda didn't make anybody's teams either, and we all know the impact she had on our team and our program last year. And she just kept rocking along. You know, from this moment on, she just helped us. She just helped us keep winning, and then she helped us beat Louisville in the Final Four. You know, I called her number. Could have called Victoria's, could have called Blair's, but I called Rashonda Johnson's number in that game to help us get to overtime, and she delivered. And I think that's the key. And I know Jordan will be the same way. She'll be like a water on a duck's back. It'll roll off, and she'll put her head down and go to work and help us continue to try to win. And that's what a great player does. So really, you know, again, proud of her and what she's brought to our team as well. And she'll know from us how valuable she is. You know, so.
Anything else? Okay.
All right, praise the Lord and go Dogs.